There's a lot of different elements of impact, influence, and income, but this is designed if you are an author, a speaker, a coach, a consultant, an advisor, a expert of any kind. If you're any one of those things, if you sell ostensibly what you know or what you do for people in personal services or expert services, this is designed to help you to become the preeminent person in your field, in your category, in your country, or even internationally, and to help you to have more impact, influence, and income. Many times we go from 6 figures to 7 figures, from 7 figures to 8 figures. It happens all the time. Many of you will go from 6 figures to 7 figures. It happens all the time, and the only thing that's going to hold you back is you. Because all the stuff that I teach here conforms to my personal philosophy, which I call the Selfie Manifesto, which means I do everything myself. I do everything myself. So that if I can do it, you can do it. Big ideas move the needle. Being busy doesn't move the needle. That's a whole nother big idea, I think. Oh my God, baby's mama. How you doing, Sarah? Oh God, busy as ever, just busier than ever. You know, that's what people like to say. Rise and grind. I know this guy came to NASDAQ one time, financial advisor. Guy's like fat, rich, 60. I saw him actually post on Facebook, rise and grind, folks. And I almost wrote on his Facebook page, dude, you are too fat, too old, and too rich to be grinding. What's the point? It's not about grinding. I think it's about discovering a big idea. The big idea is the lever that replaces grinding and gives you the opportunity to enjoy your life and all the money you're going to make. This seminar is really about one big idea, and that is life is about being special. I always wanted to be special. I thought that if I could become special enough, that maybe my parents would stop arguing so much. You know, when I was a little kid growing up, they were constantly, all the time arguing. It was terrible, really. Not a pleasant situation. And I thought that if I could become so special that maybe they wouldn't argue so much because I thought it was my fault. And I was kind of right. Kind of was my fault. And the idea that I fixed on, this was my first big idea. The idea that I fixed on was that if I could go to the Wharton Business School, the greatest business school in the world, I could come out of the Wharton Business School so special that everything would be fixed. And I focused my whole life. Man, that is a huge secret of my success as an entrepreneur, is my ability to focus and exclude all else. Leave me the fuck alone. Just leave me alone. I'm working. I'm focused. And, you know, maybe it's not pleasant to receive that, but that is one of the secrets of this house. That's why we're here, folks, because I can focus to an extreme degree until the project is done. And when I was in high school, my focus was getting into the Wharton Business School. And you think that's easy? That's not easy. You have to be 97th percentile in everything. You have to have the grades, the extracurriculars. I was the star of all the school plays. I was on the wrestling team. I was a silver medalist in my weight class. I was the treasurer of the student union. I was the business manager of the newspaper. I did everything, and I had jobs and worked and made money the whole time. Well, I graduate from the Wharton Business School with a 4.0 GPA in entrepreneurship, and I go home to get the attaboys. Congratulations, the hugs, the love. Oh my God, you're so wonderful and so special. That didn't happen. What happened instead? My parents get into the biggest argument of all time. My dad storms out of the living room, slams the door behind him on his way out, and I'm sitting on the couch in the living room like I've been sitting a million times. My mom's sitting right there, I'm sitting right here. And I turn and I go, you know, Mom, the way he resents you all these years. Have you been cheating on Dad? And I'm thinking to myself, holy cow, where did that question come from? I never even thought that question before in my whole life. And then I'm thinking, what kind of a rude son of a gun have you become? Asking your own mom a question like that, that's the rudest thing I've ever said to anybody. I can't even believe I said that. And then I'm thinking, how come she ain't answering the question? He's not your real father. Your real father was a doctor at the fertility clinic we went to for 6 years trying to have you. And you look just like that guy. Say what, Mama? You think you know who you are. I didn't know who I was anymore. Well, I didn't know who I was anymore, so I sure as heck didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up anymore. So on Monday morning, I called up the investment bank on the 87th floor of number 1 World Trade Center. And I said, Mr. Vice President, I really appreciate the offer to come work as an investment banker at your giant international, multinational corporation. What I've been dreaming of doing my entire adult career. All the years that I was in Wharton, everyone wanted this job to be an investment banker. And I really appreciate you making the offer with all the money and all the status and the perks and prestige. But I decided I don't want to be an investment banker anymore after all. And what did I do? Naturally, I ran out to Hollywood. Most people go to Hollywood to lose themselves. I went there to find myself. And I found myself becoming a very special person. I became the Wharton Business School taxi driver.